We are also waiting for potential new strikes on the radical Islamic regime of Iran. President Trump has said he would order additional attacks tonight if leaders don't sign a deal. So time is out for Iran. Yesterday, during the focus, he revealed a covert mission that last month the United States moved millions of barrels of oil through the Strait of Hormuz undetected under the cover of night. Oil prices are currently hovering around $90 per barrel. In fact, they spent a lot of yesterday in the upper 80s. Today, it's at 90. That's well below where we had been in this conflict earlier. The president crediting U.S. efforts in the crucial waterway for prices not, right now, spiking higher.
We're taking out millions, which I'm just announcing today for the first time, but we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil. Millions of barrels every night. And that's why it's at $85, $90 a barrel instead of $250.
He is an expert. Phil Flynn, Fox Business, in Focus with me now. Phil, great to have you. If you could just walk us through what the president's announcement means for oil markets and why prices, actually good news, not spiking higher in the U.S. right now.
It's absolutely great news. And I think people really have to credit the Trump administration from averting what could have been a major, economic crisis. The way that they've snuck oil out of the Strait of Hormuz by the cover of night, is something of legend, right? It reminds me of the American Revolution, sneaking over the Delaware in the middle of the night. But you know what? People in the industry have been watching this, and we've been seeing it on the oil side. That's why the markets haven't been going crazy. We have seen these tankers, through these different satellite images, going through the strait. So the word was out there, but I don't think it was coverage. I think because loose lips, sink ships, right? I think at the same time, when we talk about this massive movement of oil, it's another reason why it proves that Iran's ability, to keep the strait shut for any extended period of time is really suspect. And I think that's why the market has been so calm.
Look, talk to me about Carg Island, because that now is a focal point. And look, we have heard the president mention it. Others have said it earlier before the ceasefire. But now I think it must be even more important, because that's where a lot of those wells are. And they've got to be nearing that 85% point, not quite there, where they have to start, shutting them down or shutting them in, as they say.
You're absolutely right. And we've even heard some reports from OPEC that Iran oil production is starting to fall right now. So they are running out of places to put oil. It's going to back up. That's going to shut down production. It may never come back. And I think it's interesting because so many critics are saying, President Trump talking about Carg Island, it's never going to work. But these are the same people I heard about Venezuela, right? That when he took over Venezuela's oil supply, that it would take years to get production back online. That proved to be wrong. Obviously, this is a lot more ambitious, right? Trying to take over the heart and soul of Iran's oil infrastructure. But I think Trump can do it, and I think the U.S. military can as well.
All right. And we do know that the president has said we have the capability to refine that heavy crude out of Venezuela, and then we can put that on the markets, too. So it's not just about the United States. He's looking at some of our allies and friends, too, who need oil right now. And that's been something that he's talked about all during this war. Phil Flynn, always great to have you. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.